Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, Ndindi Nyoro was in a place called Siakago. This is in Mount Kenya region. That means he was in his own region. And he got a chance to address the crowd. In his address, Ndindi Nyoro from nowhere brought in a discussion about handshake, the ongoing dialogue between Azimio team and Kenya Kwanza, then the issue of nusu mkate government. For me, up to now, I've been listening to this video. I don't understand how did Ndindi Nyoro introduce this discussion at Siakago. Alianza namna gani? From nowhere, a discussion that was nowhere. No one was talking about it. No one is interested with it. Then he just bring and say that we have seen the people in Azimio are asking for audit of election. They are talking about cost of living, which is talking against it. Then the issue of nusu mkate and handshake. Mpaka saizi sijaelewa Ndindi Nyoro alitoa wapi maneno kama haya kwa umati wa watu kama ule, because no one is much concerned with that one. There are other pressing issues that Kenyans are concerned with, but not this one. Now, I brought this discussion about Ndindi Nyoro here because Ndindi Nyoro is the chair of budget and privilege in the National Assembly. He has a responsibility. And in this video, even I heard some people like clapping or agreeing with him. So I have a reason why I'm bringing this video. I want to listen to him shortly. Then from here, there are serious questions we have to raise about Ndindi Nyoro's statement going forward. We just have to tell him the truth and let the public understand what they should be focusing on.
Wale wengine wanaambia watu ya gazeti ati waandike ati tunarudia ile kura ati kuhesabu tena ya rais wetu ati audit. I want to make it very clear to Kenyans. There is actually no audit of last year's election. The people of Kenya are already done with the elections. The only time they are raised is for work. Na pia niwaeleze wale mlituambia mnaitisha mazungumzo ati muongee maneno ya cost of living. Vile tunaona sasa, kumbe wale wa upinzani wanapotezea sisi wakati, kwa sababu katika ile sijasikia hata moja katika hiyo mazungumzo anasema cost of living. Maneno ni viti, maneno ni uongozi. I want to also make it very clear. Sisi kama Kenya Kwanza, hakuna siku hata moja hata waongee hiyo mazungumzo namna gani. Na mimi nafurahi sasa kiwa hapo maneno iko sawa. Wajue hivi, hiyo mazungumzo iende juu, iende chini, iende kulia, iende kushoto. Hakutakuwa na salamu za handshake Kenya.
Now we are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, having listened to Ndindi Nyoro, you will agree with me that Ndindi Nyoro is a problem to himself, and the worst is that he is also a problem to the people who elected him or the people he represents as a member of parliament. Yeye mwenyewe ni shida. Why am I saying so? If Ndindi Nyoro is a serious leader and want to talk about serious issues, he should be telling people. In as much I understand very well that in Azimio, even Raila Odinga supporters are not comfortable with the handshake. They are not comfortable with anusu mkate. They are not. They are not comfortable having Raila and Ruto sitting together and discussing issues to do with the governance. They don't want. And they have their own reasons why. But then let us go back and talk about the issue of handshake. The handshake I'm talking about is not between Raila and Ruto. I want to discuss about handshake between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. And the question is very simple here. Kabla wale watu wapigie Ndindi Nyoro makofi, the first thing they should ask himself is that what was the advantages and disadvantages of the handshake between them two? And what did Ndindi Nyoro talk about the handshake when Raila and Uhuru were together? Ndindi Nyoro said that the handshake has made livelihood expensive. He said that handshake has made the cost of living high. He said that handshake has increased taxes. He said that handshake has increased the price of fuel. Yesterday, when he was talking about the issue of dialogue, the first thing he should have been telling the people, because now he's in power and is the one chairing budget, angeambia wananchi ni faida gani ameleta kwa kupandisha mafuta kutoka 8% to 16%. How has he helped Kenyans by increasing the price of fuel from 16% VAT, from 8% to 16%. Ambia wala watu wanapiga makofi, imewasaidia nini? He must explain why did he increase unga from 8% to 16%. He must tell those people who are clapping why did they increase the price of 1 kg of sugar by 16% from 8%. These are serious issues that Ndindi Nyoro should be addressing. Wakati wa handshake, mafuta ilikuwa affordable, sukari ilikuwa affordable, na unga ilikuwa affordable because there was subsidy. But he's making noise. But confused people are in agreement with him, even after going through all this suffering. Kwani kuna watu walirogwa kule Mount Kenya, wanafata kila kitu tu. But again, we understand Ndindi Nyoro. The truth is that before he reduced himself to discuss the issue of dialogue, then focus on Raila Odinga and Azimio, it confirms that Ndindi Nyoro has lacked an agenda to discuss. He don't have agenda, he don't have a plan, and the only thing that comes to his mind is resorting to something that they had used earlier to sell their candidature and play their politics in Mount Kenya region. Just target Raila, talk about handshake, talk about nusu mkate, and in that way, you are just speaking what people want to hear. So, Ndindi Nyoro is a clueless leader, and because he's clueless, he resorts to that kind of discussion. But the question is, for how long will they use Raila Odinga to play their politics in Mount Kenya? For how long? Kila mwanasiasa yoyote mwenye amekosa agenda in Mount Kenya, they will reduce their discussion to Raila Odinga. Another individual is Gachagua, and Gachagua is not alone. All these politicians who have failed in Mount Kenya in terms of delivery The only thing they know about is just bring a discussion of Raila, handshake, nusu mkate, period. And it is only the people, yani wale watu wanaitwa kwa Kiswahili walemavu wa mawazo. Hao ndio watu wanaweza sikiza mtu kama huyu, na hao ndio watu wanaweza mpigia makofi. Wale watu tumesikia wakipiga makofi, wale watu wamesikiza Ndindi Nyoro, hata wanajua tu bei ya maisha imepanda juu. Wakati wa handshake it was affordable, saizi mambo imeharibika, bado wanapiga makofi. Walemavu wa mawazo wamekataa kufikiria. So before you talk about those things that Ndindi Nyoro is talking about, you should be explaining to Kenyans 16% ilitoka wapi? At one point Ndindi Nyoro told Uhuru Kenyatta, I have given you 72 hours. Inamaanisha alimpea siku ngapi? 3 to reduce the price of fuel, otherwise he was going to call for the mother of all demonstrations. Huyo alikuwa Ndindi Nyoro. Inafaa tujibu leo, anapanga kuitisha maandamano against William Ruto lini? Kwa sababu bei ya mafuta imepanda hata kuliko ile alikuwa anasema ile siku. These are failed leaders. They fear even servers zisifunguliwe, watu wajue nini ilifanyika kule ndani, kwa maana wanajua kura iliibiwa. So hata kama wanapanga kufanya wizi ingine, hawataki zikuwe audited because they are also planning to rig election. Because once you do an audit, you correct the mistake. They don't want all those mistakes to be corrected. And that's why he's saying this. Having such leaders is a curse to the society. Because they can't plant a sense of direction, they can't tell people the truth, and they can't defend their people. They only defend their stomach and their masters.